Welcome to Brian's Action Figure Reviews, and tonight we're going to go into some details on the new Wandavision show. So guys, there will be spoilers ahead. I'm not going to go too deep into it, just a little few thoughts on what I thought of the show. But yeah, there will be some spoilers. So that's your warning. You can leave now. Okay, so power on. So today we got the first two episodes of the first ever Marvel Studios TV show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., all Netflix stuff. This was not done by Kevin Feige's crew. This is directly connected to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Everything that happens in these shows reverbs in the movies and vice versa from now on. So when I hit that play button on Disney Plus this morning, I had that cool feeling of when the Marvel Studios song and that kind of thing plays before every movie. The dun 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 dun. I really enjoyed hearing that again, because it seems like it's been so long. I think it was Spider-Man Far From Home, the second one that was the last actual release from Marvel Studios, which seems like an absolute eternity now. Before that, it was Avengers Endgame. And yeah, so right from the start, this kicks into the whole 50s sitcom thing. Now, I'm not going to lie, I found the first episode tough going at the start, because I don't know what I expected, but it's hard because I don't know what I expected. And when it went straight in to the old style sitcom thing, I was like, it takes a while to bed into your brain, I think. And I think that's why a lot of people have been having trouble with the first episode. For me, I'm going to rewatch it later, and I think I'll have a lot more positive experience this time. But when I watched it first, it really did take me a while to settle into it. Once you're used to it, though, by the second episode, which I'll get to in a sec, by the second episode, I couldn't wait to watch the next one, basically. But the first episode is it starts off, they're moving into the neighborhood, and it shows Vision phasing through the door and leaving her inside and stuff like that. It's very, very silly. Not in a bad way, but it's those classic silly jokes that are funny back then, but now just look kind of cringe. They did the whole dinner party thing, where Vision has a job that he questions why he's at and what they do, and no one can give him an answer. So he ends up bringing his boss back for dinner, and the boss's wife, and there's some confusion between Vision and Scarlet Witch, because they have a date marked with a heart, where they thought it was an anniversary of some sort, but it actually wasn't. It was the boss's second name was Hart, and this led to it's funny, and yeah, it's hard to describe. I really by the end, I was enjoying it. There's a lot of silly moments. The mom from That 70s Show is the boss's wife in it, and she plays her part really well. Eventually the boss gets chokes on something, and there's a kind of a really, really creepy moment where they're all paused and he's dying and literally falling off the chair choking, and it's like his wife is stuck on a loop. She keeps saying, "Make it stop, make it stop, make it stop," or something like that. And eventually, it's like Wanda breaks character and turns around and says, "Vision, make it stop. Help him," or whatever it is. And he phases his hand into his throat and pulls out the thing that he was stuck in. And yeah, it was really, really weird. So that was kind of the first episode. And at the end of the first episode, you then see that someone is watching, and you hear someone saying, "Who's doing this to her? who's doing this to you, Wanda? And I found that that's when I was like, oh, I'm super intrigued. Like I was sort of on board by then anyway, but when that happened at the end of the episode, I was like, oh, now let's go. Also, there is advertisements in both episodes, classic old style episodes or old style advertisements. One is for a Tony Stark, it's for a Stark Industries toaster, right? And the second one is for a Strucker watch made by Hydra. Now, mad fan theory that I've heard is these advertisements relate to Wanda's history, as in the Strucker thing where she's with her brother in the kidnapped by Baron von Strucker by Hydra. And Stark, I think he did make a toaster joke about either Vision or Ultron, excuse me, along the movie somewhere. The second episode is a lot better. It's so much fun. They end up doing a magic show for some charity thing, and Vision, like as you know, is a robot and doesn't eat. But one of his buddies gives him a chewing gum, which he throws back to Hatch, and it shows in like an animated graph thing, his gears in his stomach and all getting gummed up. So this for Vision makes him drunk, and what ensues is hilarity. He tries so many times to show off his powers, but with Scarlet Witch trying to stop him all the time, or Wanda trying to stop him every time, and ends up really, really funny. Again, there is more really weird moments in this episode. This episode is very much a nod to Bewitched, which was on in the 60s. And it wasn't a bad show. I remember seeing it at my grandparents' house years ago. And it was even the animated intro was very Bewitched. Also, in this episode, something keeps hitting the window. And I thought it was really funny because Vision is actually scared to go out and check. And it's a tree eventually. But the following day, she goes out and finds a helicopter. Now, bearing in mind, all of this is in black and white. She finds a toy helicopter in colour with the sword logo on it. Yeah, again, there's something. Later on in the episode, after they do the talent show, they win the talent show, and the whole crowd is chanting, for the kids, for the kids, for the kids. Or for the children, for the children, for the children. And then once they get home, they hear something outside. And when Vision and Wanda go outside, there is a sewer grate that wasn't there earlier. And there's a guy in a beekeeper outfit with bees getting out of the sewer and coming towards them. And again, just like in the first episode, she completely breaks character and goes, no. And rewinds back to the house to before this happened, and all of a sudden she's pregnant. Like, my overall feeling on this show is it's really, really good. There's a really light-hearted tone, but with something seriously sinister bubbling underneath it. I'm so intrigued by this show. I'm so on board for it. I know a lot of people haven't enjoyed it so far, but I have loved it so far. Again, there's more someone watching it again and saying, what are they doing to you, Wanda, etc, etc. I don't know. This show is just, there is something about it that is going to make you want to come back every week, I think, anyway, in my opinion. I don't know whether I'll do this review thing every week, but I will try. And please subscribe, guys. We'll have plenty of other reviews and all that other kind of stuff coming up during the week. And stay notified, drop comments, drop likes, bring that algorithm up. And we'll see you next week. And we'll see you probably tomorrow for a brand new action figure review anyway. So see you later, guys. Bye.